amigos, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy III. I've only got one thing to say, really. Welcome back, bitches. Alright, so anyway, this is the Sylx Tower. Last time we took on the Forbidden Land Eureka. Eureka isn't a terribly difficult place, and this isn't either, but the Sylx Tower does have one thing about it, and then is that it's a very, very long area. Oh, these first enemies, by the way, are called Gomoris. They don't really possess too high of any attacking power or anything, but they do possess a lot of health. And they also possess a drain spell, which enables them to suck your party member's health and use it to restore its own. Pretty much they only appear in groups of one, and as such they have a lot higher HP than we'd expect from enemies. They're kind of mini-boss type enemies, kind of like the ninjas we saw in Eureka. And everyone's picking on Raph today. I wonder why that is. Maybe it's because of those ridiculous pajamas you're wearing, Raph. So anyway, you may notice that Mikey is a ninja. The reason why I have Mikey as a ninja is so that we have some sort of advantage over the enemies and bosses and such here, but that being said, not going into this area with a ninja, without any ninjas or sages, is a lot harder than going in it with ninjas and... What's with all these Gomoris? And what's with them all picking on Raph? Yeah. Alright, so... let's cast Arrow 2. And let's cast Fire 3. Alright, Arrow 2, that's pretty good. And that dealt some damage. Fire 3, yeah? You're not dead yet? Oh, finally you pick on someone else. You snake-headed bastard. Right, so anyway, on this floor there are three main enemies here. Gomori, Luck, and, Dorga's clone. Dorga's clone, as the name suggests, is pretty much the Dorga version of the, Une clone enemy from the Ancient Labyrinth. And in the DS version, they actually appear as their own separate enemies. They can't be summoned by other monsters, and they pretty much act as mini-boss type of enemies. Block here can summon Dorga's clone if you're really unfortunate enough. I believe there's also another enemy that appears in the first floor of this area in the DS version of the game called Kum Kum, or Cum Cum or something. Feel free to take that how you will. But they cast spells, pretty much. They will cast Ice 3, Fire 3, or Bolt 3 on you. But I have yet to see one yet. Another freaking Gomori? Come on, man. The Ornery Gormery? Right, I don't think we'll actually be able to get through this entire dungeon in one recording session, depending on what the family's doing and whatnot. And I was having trouble getting this recording started, too, because I was looking at the CPU percentage and it suddenly went back up to 1... And we didn't kill it that turn? Huh. But I was looking at the CPU percentage and it just spikes up to 100 for no discernible reason, and it's just like, huh? Even now it's broadcasting at only, like, 300 something rather, and now it's broadcasting at 500 something rathers. Oh, man. I don't know, I kinda want to keep the broadcasting rate as high as possible, but simultaneously keeping the CPU usage as low as possible, which is why I'm thinking of upgrading the... There we go, Dorga's clone. Dorga's clone pretty much has the same capabilities as Dorga. They will cast Death, which is a level 8 black magic. They can also cast, Break 2, which is level 7 black magic, or Quake. And there we go, Break 2 hits Raph. Everyone's picking on Raph today, I wonder why. Hey, don't keep the man down. Just because he's blue and all of our other party members are red doesn't mean we can't get along. Just because some people are blue team, some people are red team, doesn't mean we can't get along. You have to learn to accept that, man. So anyway, really there's not too much to this dungeon. There's no like gigantic gimmick like Green Dragon is fairly tame, Yellow Dragon a bit less, and Red Dragon, oh god, at our level, Lord save us if we encounter one. Red Dragons are incredibly tough. Red Dragon has the ability to cast Meteo. At this level, Meteo will deal a huge amount of damage to the entire party. And the boss we'll be fighting in this dungeon, Zonde, has the ability to cast Meteo. I believe he follows a set pattern, well, a lot of these bosses follow set patterns. That being said, I think we're going to actually need a Sage for the... Why did I just waste Tier 3? I think we might need another, like a Sage or something, and just... for the last dungeon, except we don't have any Cure 4 spells with us right now, like, to spare. Because pretty much we've been going one White Magic Specialist and one Black Magic Specialist, so... really, depending on how much HP we have and how quickly we can kill Zonde, just running one White Mage might be our downfall, and we might have to mix things up with Sages. Which is something I really don't want to do, because the Sage job class... I mean, the Sage job class is really, really cheap for starters. I mean, absolutely just powerful. Flat out death, violence, destruction, hate. I mean, just enemy-killing machines, healing powerhouses. I didn't come equipped with enough white magic spells to have, like, 2 optimum save. Come on! I see what you're trying to make me do. You're trying to make me go crazy. Trying to make me go crazy, are ya? Well, the joke's on you, because I'm already crazy. Alright, Quake. Zonde's version of Quake is also going to do a lot of damage. It deals somewhere around 1,000 to 1,500 damage, if I remember correctly. Overall, Zonde is going to be a rather tough boss to fight. Unlike in the DS version, where he was remarkably easy. And got easier as you started to power level through the game. We are pretty much... well, most likely, we're going to be at a good level to be fighting Zonde in, and so I still want to be at least a little bit over level, so somewhere around 48, 49 will probably do. And we'll probably achieve that goal by the end of this dungeon, because... yeah, this dungeon, longest dungeon in the game. The seal shall open with the Sylx key. So, we need to have the Sylx key in our inventory at this point. And use it. This door opens. So now we're in the difficult part of this area. The enemies will start to get a bit crazier, and the area overall gets a little bit more maze-like. Alright, Platinum. It's pretty much a platinum version of Goldor. Like Goldor, they appear, I mean, they have high HP. They have higher HP than most of the enemies here. Pretty much they resort to physical attacks. They're really not all that, but damn, that amount of HP that they have, just... I don't know, hopefully we'll be able to deal a large amount of damage to these guys. Alright. A lot of the enemies here give out pretty good amounts of experience and count as mini-bosses in their own right. You can run away, but in this game running away really isn't recommended due to the fact that running away will drop your multipliers to 0. Flame Devil. Flame Devil here will cast flame every turn, pretty much, and kill Raph in the process. They appear as single enemies in the DS version of the game. In this version, they appear as multiple enemies. And they're pretty much palette swaps of the Jinn boss that we encountered early in the game, very early in the game. Man, I'm... alright, they do have a physical attack, mind you. And they have more HP than I thought they did. Yeah, smooth. Dude. These guys are gonna kill us. These guys are totally gonna kill us. These guys are totally going to die. Because I say they do! Yeah. Raph is turned into a hat. What's with everyone picking on Raph? I mean, it's not his fault that he's forced to wear those pajamas for my amusement. It's not like he committed some gigantic sin that forces him to servitude in pajamas, but I mean... Alright, pretty much the Sylx Tower is going to be a drain on your resources. As long as you have at least a few elixirs, you're probably going to be fine for this area, but you're definitely going to need healing power. High potions really aren't going to cut it by this point, which will make you rely on characters like Dawn, or just any character that has a white magic jump class, to heal the party. A nifty thing you can do is if you didn't pack enough white magic to last 2 sages by this point, either way, you can still do something kinda neat. I mean, one thing that this place really has going for it, though, is that it does have kind of a sense of urgency, and a sense of, we're the heroes, we're in the final area, so we've got to do the best we can. That's pretty much what I'm getting from this music. This is, if you can hear it over my loud, obnoxious jerk blabbering, it is very pretty music that plays in this area, and I mean the DS version of this area, DS version is incredible. Beautiful music. Instant music. But I'm not just gonna quote Pillow's songs right now. Let's see, come on, no! No, you evil jerk! How dare you! How dare you kill Raph again! Now we have to revive him. These flame devils are gonna be just like... Ugh, these flame devils are the worst. The DS version is easier than this version at this point in the game, because the DS version isn't going to steal all your MP and... Son of a biscuit! Why is everybody going for Raph? Why is just... Ugh! I'm thinking of keeping all these battles in just to show you that these enemies are jerks and always... No! They must know that we packed like 1,000 bajillion softs and just... having gold needles at this point is helpful. And you know what? High Potion... See, High Potion only casts healing on the level of Cure 2, and while that wouldn't be bad on its own, still not as good as, say, if they had introduced X Potions in this game. Now, X Potions, I absolutely love. X Potion is just like, dude, X Potion and Mega Elixir. And maybe thinking, what are those items? X Potion pretty much restores 1000 HP in the DS version of Final Fantasy IV, and it's pretty much a twice as strong as a normal High Potion. Mega Elixir, on the other hand, is like an elixir, but for all party members. It is the best healing item in the game, and Mega Elixir in Final Fantasy IV, incredibly broken. Heal the entire party for pretty much free, well, if you can manage to find one, of course. And the best part about it is, at some point in the game, you're able to buy Mega Elixirs. And buy as many as you want. Like, late in the game, you're able to buy the elixir items on from the humming way home, but you're able to buy Mega Elixirs in like the Game Boy Advance version of Final Fantasy IV. That's just how amazing the Game Boy Advance version is. I mean, I don't know, I really like the Game Boy Advance version of Final Fantasy IV. The Game Boy Advance's sound capability really wasn't the best, but they still managed to make the music sound really good on the Game Boy Advance version. Alright, so... thought these were healing springs? Nope. Chuck Testa. Alright, so... alright, Shinobi! New enemies. I wonder, do the enemies change between floors? Just like one floor has these Shinobi enemies, one floor has the Flame Devil enemies. Shinobis are physical attackers. They're not really as annoying as Flame Devils are. They do have something of a they do have a slight, very slight defense and evasion multiplier. And that being said, if I remember correctly, Shinobi also have the ability to poison party members with their attacks in the DS version. I know some enemies are easier in the DS version, some enemies are not as easy in the DS version. It really doesn't make any sense. And Dawn is leveling up, and... I mean, look at how much money we have. Could just as easily bought the freaking moon. But anyway. Oh, come here. These enemies usually appear in groups of around 2 in the DS version, and they die incredibly easy to melee attacks. Like, if you hit it with a melee attack with a fully equipped party member in the DS version, you are more than likely going to hit around 9,999 damage. Amounts of damage so high that the game doesn't even calculate it or show it or anything. Oh, hey, Platinol's on this floor. That's just great, just the enemy I always wanted to see. Platinol. Platinol returns! Returns from the grave! Returns from the depths to try to kill me. What I'm probably gonna do here, actually, is show the dungeon on one run, and then show Zonde on another run once we've gotten our HP and levels higher and such. In all honesty, that's just the way I see how to do this dungeon, because... Alright, Bolt 3. And no! Mikey's dead! You killed Mikey! Great, how are we gonna do this now? How are we going to do this now? You killed Mikey! For that you shall pay with your lives! Instant death! Come on! Instant kill? Really? Really? Bah! Come on, John. You can do it. Arrow 2. You just arrow 2 their knees. No! Okay, so that didn't deal much. That didn't deal anything. I can hardly feel these attacks. Alright. That blocked break 2. Dawn is immune to all status problems and he has high magical defense. Dawn is going to save us. Magic healing kitty ears. Eesh. Oh man. Oh, with that being said though, the aftermath, I mean, just have to deal with the aftermath of this. Alright, let's use Life 2 on Raph though, because... Alright, there we go. Could have used Life 2 on the entire party, but... nah. Alright, we're at full health now. We're at full power. All systems, full power! On guard, Tails. Oh man. Alright, Dark General. Once again, his shield kind of looks like it's cut in half, but oh well. Sprite limitations, whatnot, they probably had to fit into a single area. Dark General. Dark General appears as a mini-boss type of enemy, like a single enemy, because it's based on a boss in the DS version. Of course, in this version, they can fit so many sprites, it's ridiculous. We got another Eldest Staff. which we can't wield. No. Eldest. On the other hand, I don't know if we're going to actually get an opportunity like this. So hold on. Hold on loosely, and don't let go. If you cling too tightly, you're gonna lose control. Oh, dude. Alright, so Raph has finally ascended to the level of a sage now. Sages in this version have very good stats overall for using magic, and also have very good MP distribution. In the DS version, their MP distribution is a little bit lacking. Alright, with that being said, Raph here has lower attack as a sage, but since he can now use the Eldest Staff, Raph has pretty much has good power with, well, first off, has good power with a lot of his black magic now, due to the fact that he has plus. That being said, I wonder if we have a sense of accomplishment now. I mean, we managed to upgrade to a very powerful job class. I mean, just take a look at that job class. Look at that sexy beast. 50. Oh my goodness, how much? You don't have all the level 2 spells? How much MP does this guy need? I mean, we can pretty much cast anything really efficiently now. I mean, granted, it doesn't have as much level 8 MP as the Warlock job class does, but we can't always get what we want. So, anyway, time to test fire out. Do you guys want to burn? Do you guys wish to burn a horrible fiery death in the hands of Raph and his powerful thing? Okay, never mind. Mikey decides to steal the kill. At least I'm not picking on Raph anymore. Right, so I'm probably going to cut this into 2 parts. This is going to be a 2-parter. Yeah, it totally is. Dude, really, it totally is going to be a... You guys believe me, right? It's going to be a 2-parter. So until then, this is Toad's Progress, signing out.